Everyone agreed Annie Lee was exceptional. Her smile, a beacon of warmth, could banish the shadows, a light that shone brightly upon her path. At just 24, she had ascended the heights of academic achievement, a prodigy destined for greatness at the hallowed halls of Yale University, that venerable citadel of knowledge nestled in the heart of New Haven, Connecticut. 5 days until she would unite with the love of her life, a celebration of love and commitment. September 13th, 2009, a day of joyous union. Tragically, fate, that cruel mistress, would deny her this moment, snatching her away into the cold embrace of the unknown. But where was Annie? Had she gotten cold feet, the chilling fear of commitment? Had she suffered an emotional breakdown? Or had she, like a phantom, slipped through the cracks, eluding the watchful eyes of the cameras during the chaos of the fire alarm? Annie Lee, born in San Jose, California in the year 1985, blossomed within the embrace of a large, tightly woven Vietnamese-American family. A shining star, she was the valedictorian of her graduating class, hailed as most likely to be the next Einstein, a scholar of unparalleled brilliance. She garnered a staggering $160,000 in scholarships, paving her path to an undergraduate degree in cell developmental biology from the University of Rochester. Within the hallowed halls of the University of Rochester, she found not only academic enlightenment, but also the intoxicating thrill of love. Jonathan Widowski, her soulmate, her partner in life, was to be her husband. Fateful September 13th. At Yale, Annie delved into the mysteries of pharmacology, exploring the effects of different medicines on mice. The laboratories, a labyrinthine complex at 10 Amistad Street, became her domain. Security cameras, those silent sentinels, captured her entering the building at 10 a.m. on September 8th, a seemingly ordinary morning. But this was no ordinary morning. It was her last. When the shadows of night fell and Annie failed to return home, a chilling alarm echoed through her circle of friends. Her roommate, sensing the ominous silence, reported her missing. Annie, a creature of caution, never ventured alone into the darkness, always ensuring a safe passage home. The absence of her call, a chilling anomaly, spoke of a dread that permeated the air. Police, their senses heightened, descended upon Annie's office, a sterile space devoid of life. Her wallet, keys, purse, and cell phone lay untouched, chilling relics of her presence. The absence of any signs of struggle hinted at a swift, unseen abduction. Her credit and debit cards remained unused. Her Yale ID card, the key to her academic world, was the only item missing, used to gain entry into the Amistad Street labs. The footage, grainy and indistinct, showed her entering the building, her research clutched in her hand, her demeanor calm, her steps unhurried. A typical morning, a facade concealing the horror that awaited her. The basement, a subterranean realm of shadows, held the secrets of her disappearance. A single camera, a solitary eye, failed to capture her passage, a chilling void in the timeline. The initial suspicion from police was that Annie had succumbed to cold feet, a last-minute flight from her impending nuptials. But her friends and family, their voices a chorus of denial, refuted this notion, painting a picture of a woman deeply in love, eagerly anticipating her wedding day. The perplexing enigma deepened. How could she have vanished without a trace, eluding the watchful eyes of the security cameras that guarded the building's entrances and exits? At 12:50 p.m., a fire alarm, a discordant shriek, echoed through the building, forcing an evacuation. Lab technician named Ray, a man tasked with maintaining room G13, offered a sliver of information. He claimed to have seen Annie at G13 that morning and believed he had seen her leaving just before the alarm sounded. But the cameras, the silent witnesses, offered no corroboration. Every hallway, every room was searched. Yet, Annie remained elusive, a phantom in the labyrinthine depths of the building. Ironically, months before her disappearance, Annie had penned an article, a chilling premonition titled "Crime and Safety in New Haven," a testament to her awareness of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the seemingly serene campus. Days bled into nights, a relentless cycle of dread. Students, faculty, and staff, their faces etched with worry, whispered Annie Lou's name, a name now synonymous with fear. Her fiancé, a man torn from his own world of anticipation, arrived from New York, his heart heavy with dread. Police have said Widowski is not a suspect and helped detectives in their investigation. Her family, summoned from California, their faces pale and drawn, joined the desperate vigil. The disappearance of Annie Lee, a chilling enigma, became a national obsession. Reporters, like vultures circling carrion, descended upon the campus, their cameras capturing every flicker of fear, every whispered rumor. More than 100 law enforcement officers, their faces grim, combed the labyrinthine corridors of the Amistad Street building, searching for a trace of the missing scholar. A closer examination of room G13, a sterile space now tainted with dread, revealed a single drop of blood, a chilling harbinger of violence. In the back storage room, G22, a string of beads, remnants of Annie's necklace, lay scattered on the floor like fallen tears. Saturday brought a more sinister discovery. A bloody sock and a surgical glove, hidden above a ceiling tile, secrets concealed in the very bones of the building. The Amistad Street building was now a crime scene, a stage for a macabre drama. Luminol, that ghostly illuminator of hidden horrors, revealed a tapestry of bloodstains across the labs, including G22. A foul stench permeated the locker rooms and toilets near G22, a smell familiar to those who had walked the dark paths of death. Cadaver dogs, those spectral hounds of justice, were brought in, their noses twitching, their instincts honed to the scent of decay. September 13th, 5 p.m. The hour Annie Le should have walked down the aisle, a bride radiant with joy, instead became a moment of unspeakable horror. Her decomposing body was found stuffed upside down, concealed behind a metal utility panel on the basement wall, near the lockers in room G22. The medical examiner's report, a chilling litany of injuries, revealed the brutal truth. Traumatic asphyxiation by neck compression, a broken jaw, a broken collarbone, injuries inflicted while she still drew breath. A chilling tableau of sexual assault, semen found on a panty liner, a grotesque stain on her innocence. Near her body, her keycard, a silent witness, and a surgical glove, a macabre twin to the one found hidden in the ceiling. DNA samples were collected, a desperate attempt to capture the phantom that had stolen her life. The locked doors, the coded access, the ID card swipes, these were not the hallmarks of a random act. This was an inside job, a betrayal from within the very walls of academia. Fear, like a chilling mist, settled over the campus. Students, their faces pale, moved in large groups, their laughter silenced, their steps hesitant. Work shifts were refused, the fear of the unknown predator lurking in the shadows too great to bear. One name, one shadow, loomed larger than the rest. Raymond Clark, the lab technician, the man who claimed to have seen Annie leave, a lie that placed him squarely in the crosshairs of suspicion. Keycard data, security, camera footage revealed his movements, a frantic dance of comings and goings. 55 times in and out of G13 and G22 between 10:40 a.m. and 3:45 p.m. At one point during the day, Ray went out on the streets and sat down on the steps with his head in his hands. He had emailed Annie a reprimand for untidy mice cages, a petty grievance that masked a darker intent. Scratches and bruises marred his face and arms, which he said had come from a cat. A failed polygraph test, a chilling confession of guilt, a DNA sample, the final piece of the puzzle, sealed his fate. The bloody sock found in the wall and the lab coat Ray was wearing contained both sets of DNAs. Ray had signed into the building with a green pen. A green pen was found under Annie's body with both of their DNA on it. They believed Annie was killed just before the fire alarm went off. Ray quickly changed his scrub, which had blood on them, and left Annie in the lab before heading out when the alarm went off. Before hurrying back in, moving her body through G22, and then forcing her behind the panel. Raymond Clark was arrested, his facade of innocence shattered. He pleaded guilty, a desperate attempt to avoid the full weight of justice. He also entered an offered plea for one count of attempt to commit sexual assault, meaning he does not admit to the charge, but concedes there's enough evidence for a conviction. The killer was caught and convicted, but the darkness remains. Ray has never said or explained why he did it. The motive remains shrouded in mystery, a dark secret buried with Annie Lee.